Hi. I'm on late tonight. Sorry. I'm not that sorry about it, but sorry nonetheless. What am I doing? Yo, what up, Fees? Parkour. How you doing? Why you doing parkour in my chat? Why you doing parkour in my chat there, buddy? What are you doing? What are you doing? What am I doing? That's really the question. You know, I don't know. I feel like I had a spiel. I had a spiel that I was gonna spiel. We do a little hopping, little hoppity hop, little flippy doo, flippity doo dah. Do you be jumping and stuff? Oh, I muted myself. Do you be jumping and stuff? Do you be getting out there in the world and using handrails and shit to do flippies? Can I afford premium? Yes. There we go. Okay to all. Okay. Oh, I be jumping front flips and shiz. Hell yeah. Heck yeah, dog. That's super freaking sick, dude. Have you thought about jumping even more? What if you did the more jumping? What if you jumped so much other jumpers got jealous? You know what I mean? What if you heckin' jumped more jumps? I'm saying, dude. I think it might be the next meta. I think more jumps might be the next thing that catches on in a big way in the parkour community. You know, like some jumps have been cool, right? But like, what if we had more of them? I don't know. It's a lot of jumps, man. I mean, it just sounds like you're a non-believer. Shun the non-believer. Yeah, IRL flip reset. Do the double jump. Do the IRL flip reset with a double jump, and then... How you been, dog? I've been good, dude. I've like things have been all right lately. Every month I've been trying to sell more than $3,000 worth of wine, and so far this month, on the 4th of the month, I'm at about 2K. So we're gonna do all right this month, I think, which is good because we're getting to the busy season, and this is when we need to be moving some serious weight. And it looks like we will be. And then other than that, you know, like life has been pretty all right, dude. The car's working well. We're getting back into auto racing season, so I'm gonna be posting more stuff from like autocross and track days and stuff. Getting my debt under control. That's pretty slow, actually. So like, don't give me credit there yet. Been doing a teeny tiny little bit of travel just to like help out with events in other states for the winery. The winery's, I think, starting to get to like a really good place. I mean, it's been in a really good place, but it's starting to get to an even better place, which is exciting because, you know, improvement is good. What about you, dude? What have you been up to? The last I heard, you were doing the school thing, I think. Or am I wrong on that? I think so. You had like grades and shit. Yeah, college. It's a pain in the ass, isn't it? It's like it is. It can be a worthwhile pain in the ass, but going to Calc 2 finals. Oh, interesting. I remember really liking calc, but I had a calc class in high school, and so like I think I tested into calc too. So I may have been just like a bit of a math dweeb prior to college. Actually, let me rephrase that. I was a math dweeb in high school. I liked math. Math was a nice, like, if you do everything right, numbers come out that feel good. Not always, but like that you can be pretty confident of, you know what I mean? Like if you know what you're doing. I understand it better than most, I think, but it's still rough. There are definitely concepts in calc that are really frustrating. Not to mention, if you have a professor who's like intent on messing with you with like complex word problems or like making you do several step equations, that can be, especially if it's your first time doing calc, that can feel really overwhelming. Especially because then if you like get anything wrong early, you get things wrong the rest of the question. So like, I don't know, it really does make a difference who your professor is. Was just doing hydrostatic pressure of underwater shapes. What, you were doing what now? Calc 2 has changed. Calculus 2? Wait, hang on. Hydrostatic pressure of underwater shapes. This feels like fake news. What are you talking about? That doesn't sound like math. That sounds like engineering. Am I crazy? Like, I suppose maybe calculus is what calculates that, but no, doesn't that sound more like engineering? Am I crazy? I think maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I need to look up the formula, because maybe if I see the formula, I'll be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, internet just shit itself briefly. Internet just shit itself briefly. I mean, this calc class is pretty much made for the English students. It sounds like it's made for underwater shapes. I gotta be honest with you. That sounds fucking crazy to me. And I like calc, but that sounded made up. Just here for data analytics, though. It's a good field to be getting into right now. There's going to be a lot of data. Oh, English. Yeah, okay. Engineering, not English. Yeah, that's a big difference. Okay, it was a calc class made for engineering students. Yes, then that makes sense, I guess. Although I still must admit, this sounds like there's more engineering than just, like, calculus, you know? Like, I don't know that I ever had to know hydrostatic pressure of fucking underwater bullshit for calculus. That sounds... Unless it's, you know, like fucking derivatives in some way, or instantaneous rates of change. Or what else am I thinking of? Wasn't the worst. It's just because the pressure increases, the depth increases. You take the integral of the shape's total size as well as... Yeah, okay. That isn't bad. Okay. I see what you mean. So basically, he's giving you tricky word problems, but tricky word problems that, like, are applicable to your degree. That's nice. That is a nice thing for him to be doing. Or her. For your professor to be doing. Sick, dude. I don't know. That sounds kind of badass. I think my high school class, it used to be like Godzilla is... Well, I'm going into the actuarial field. Tell me about what actuarial fucking means, because what is that word? Not that I'm stupid, but I pretend like I'm stupid. Just, you know, for my friend who is stupid, explain it like you would explain it to a child. but a dumb child specifically. I will do risk analysis for companies for engineering projects, like figuring out. Oh wow, that was a great fucking pass. So like you'll look at the schematics and be like, bad engineer, no, we no do, kind of a thing. Is that right? You're the one who basically tells them whether or not it's a good idea. Or is it simpler than that? Do you not even tell them if it's a good idea so much as you just tell them the risk, devoid of emotion? You're not like I care about this. You're just like, here are the numbers of risk. More like boring insurance company. Do insurance companies need engineers? I'm confused. Or are you going to be the engineer for the insurance company, basically saying yay or nay? Oh, what am I doing? We like the look, though. Teammate was there for it. Nice shot. There it is. There's nothing to do with engineers? Wait, hang on. So you're getting an it's just that Cal class is structured around engineers because that's primarily who takes it. Okay, okay. So you're going into actuarial field. And you just happen to be in an engineering Calc 2 class. That's okay. I see now why you were like crying emoji about the Calc class, because yikes. I see. Insurance is insurance. Okay, so I'm curious. Is it about just like learning a skill, or does insurance like fascinate you, or I don't know that I've ever met someone who was like, fuck yeah, I'm going into insurance. Is it just like this is a stable field kind of a thing? Is actuarial work super stable? Because like the kind of thing that you have to be like licensed for, and so that like there's only so many folks who do it. Wow. Yeah, I have to get certified, same as a CPA. Yeah, okay. So you're basically becoming like an insurance CPA. It's not a good. I clearly don't really understand, but like it is the same level of, it's like a doctorate in insurance kind of thing, or a graduate level licensing in insurance. Let me give you an example. Yes, please give me an example. Again, not because I'm dumb, but because my friend is really dumb. And he's sitting right here, you know? That's why. It's for sure not for me, I swear. This is a long example, it seems. Okay, so for instance, there are insurance companies which offer insurance on product recalls. My job would be to provide a risk tolerance and general values associated, such as we can cover this meat company for 120 million with a 1.2% probability of them having a recall in the next 6 months. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. I see. So do you come up with the number and the risk assessment, or are I'm assuming they're linked, kind of a thing? It's a lot more. That's a dumbed down way of explaining. Well, thank God you did that, because my dumb friend right here is really in need of that dumb explanation. Oh! Yeah, I pretty much tell the company what to do. That's pretty fun. Okay, maybe the only insurance job that like would be kind of fun, because you'd be able to be like, you stupid ass insurance company, here's what we're doing, believe it. Believe it. I'm gonna be king of the I'm gonna be the next Hokage. So you're gonna be the Hokage of the insurance company, protecting the insurance from unneeded risk. I mean, okay, sick. Is that, do you have to do like a bunch of accounting and tax classes for that as a part of, like, mostly I would imagine like a lot of accounting and math? It's mainly stats, yeah. That makes sense. And coding regression models? Oh, I hate the sound of that. Uh-oh. Double demo. Yeah, I know. One was a bot, though. I don't think it really counts for much. Anywho, that's what's new in the fees world, just boring college shiz. I mean, I don't think it's boring. It's definitely out of my depth, I'll say that. But boring, I don't think that's the word I'd use. And how close are you to graduating? With distinction, I'm sure. Also work for engineering firms with the same idea, basically, that you're telling them what they can and can't do. Yeah. You got to be graduating soon, though. You're probably like a million years into this program. You're going to be getting all the good grades because, of course, you are. Three semesters till I graduate? Hey, with 2 bachelors and 5 certificates. That's crazy. I had to stay one extra semester, but I'm making it work. That is a lot of things to be graduating with, honestly. 2 bachelors and 5 certificates is crazy. And you only had to stay one extra semester? That's it's pretty good there, buddy. It's pretty fucking good. That sounds good, man. Are you starting to... So you're probably starting this year to, like, apply to jobs? Right? Got to get through these actuarial exams. Oh, because it's what, licensing basically. You won't know if you can actually work in the field until you get licensed effectively. Generally, you want to be done with 2 out of 9 of them before applying. There's 9 exams? Oh my god. Just to become an actuary? That's crazy. So you basically become certified with 2 and then say, like, hire me and I'll do the rest. It's a pretty good deal. Pass rates are around 40% for the easy ones. That's crazy feasible. Holy shit. There's only 40,000 in the US. Yeah, that is a good field to be going into, dude. On the high end, that's fucking crazy. They are really fighting for this fucking goal. That's, yeah, I mean, that's good job security though, right? You're one of 40K. It's not like they can go around and just like shop anybody else, right? It's got to be, and like those people are probably going to have their own careers that they're thinking about. So if they like try to go for somebody who's more established, they're going to have to pay for it. Which sounds pretty dope. I'm not going to, yeah, it's in demand, but limited supply. Sick. What are you, I mean, obviously you haven't taken the test yet, but judging by how you're performing right now, do you think you're going to be okay on the test? And I suppose my other question too is if it's 40% pass rate for the in-demand ones, is it because people, is it really that hard, or is it that there's a bunch of people that take it without actually like learning the necessary material? And I guess that's a fair question for kind of any certification exam. But I think I can do it if I study over the summer. I think you can too. I think you could do it even if you kind of slacked over the summer, to be honest. I think you're a smart cookie, dude. Now, that being said, don't slack over the summer. Do study for it. I think it's reasonable to, like, get your bag. And part of getting your bag in this economy is making sure that you're qualified. Because, frankly, job market's in a bit of a shitter. In a bit of the shitter right now. I suppose probably not for that job, but just generally. Damn, I got the save on that? I don't think that was fair. Economy's cooked for real, but my job makes pretty solid money once you're experienced. Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like you're going to do great, and you should still study over the summer. But yes, economy is cooked for real. Which isn't to say that it'll be cooked forever. And in fact, we do tend to go through booms and busts pretty regularly. In terms of regularity, not in terms of frequency necessarily, but we're kind of due in the next... I think isn't it every 20 years we're supposed to have another bust? So we're kind of due for another bust in the next 2 years. And I'd say what's going on in the US is probably not helping. And by probably, I mean definitely not helping. I am being facetious. This is totally ranked, isn't it? Yep. I've been totally casual about this. In a way that I probably shouldn't have been. Is that this Star Wars? Hang on. I could go down some economics conspiracy theories, but it would be a lot of typing. I'm super curious. Just in terms of like there's a game being played kind of a thing, because like I'd agree with that pretty broadly and probably pretty specifically depending on what you're suggesting. Oh, I loved the look, though. That was so close. Yeah, I don't know. Like the conspiracy theories these days just feel like kind of bald-faced crimes. You know what I mean? It's not feeling conspiracies these days aren't feeling super conspiratorial so much as just like factual and pretty weirdly easily verifiable, which is also really alarming. We love the look, though. That was very close. Being something quite impressive. I got kind of caught up in that and went for something that I shouldn't have. I needed to turn to see where he was before I went for that demo. It's quite sad. Yes. Yes. Okay, hang on. One of the more recent I thought about recently was that OpenAI will likely default when Bubble finally implodes and will be acquired by Microsoft to circumnavigate U.S. anti-data selling laws. You think Microsoft instead of Facebook? I feel like it's going to be Meta. Meta loves flouting data selling laws. But I hear you. I mean, that would be pretty easy for them. But I also... I mean, I think that's very possible. I kind of... Here's where I'm at. I don't know that the data selling is actually... something that a lot of them care about anymore, because at the end of the day, the data, I mean, everything is data these days, yes, but also there's only so much data that exists. And I think what's going to be more important is what AI model has stolen enough copyrighted stuff successfully without being able to be sued for it, because like that's what tends to promote usership, is being able to like have high quality material that it can produce, which ultimately tends to come down to like whether or not it's been able to reference and learn from the work of professionals, kind of a thing. See that Anthropic accidentally published their source code? No, but it makes me giggle because it makes me think that they probably have their infrastructure set up with using an AI like setup, and it probably just like it hasn't. You know what I mean? Like, there's only so many prompts you can write that can actually adequately provide, like, thought about how code gets published. I don't know. I mean, accidentally publish their source code. That's got to be a person, I suppose. But it reminds me of Feasible. It reminds me of Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency or whatever, when they like set up their website and their website was like completely cyber insecure, and you could like edit their back-end code without really any server protections on their website, and so people just started like fucking with their website because LOL. Because my guess is that they were vibe coding that shit, you know what I mean? Because it was cheaper. Oh no. Oh my god. Wow, what a fucking series of saves. Oh. Oh my god. Wow. This game actually feels like a Diamond 2 game. Doesn't feel like anyone's like way overskilled. We're like really fucking up on simple shots. And we're like being somewhat consistent on some of the more difficult shots, but not really. Not where it counts. Wow, that was a good shot though. Well, man, one of their head developers was like a 19-year-old kid that went by Big Balls. That's amazing. That's amazing. We love to see that. I am going to watch that YouTube video here in a second. Oh. It's going to be probably off stream, honestly. But I'm definitely watching that tonight. Oh. So when you say winery, is it yours or one you work at? It is my family's vineyard and winery that has been operating since 1971. We were one of the original vineyards and wineries, actually, in the state of Oregon, and particularly in our American viticultural area in the Dundee Hills. It's been a while since we talked. Yeah, I still do some freelance digital stuff on the side, but lately the thing that we have been trying to work on is the Oregon market, because we just like didn't distribute in Oregon for 2 years or so. And that's our home state. So neighborino. Are you up in Washington? Wait. Oh, you're from Idaho. I just defaulted to Washington. Yeah, you're close, dude. How far are you from wine country? I mean, like, probably what? Like, are you closer to Yakima and all that, or Willamette Valley? I suppose I knew you were out here in the West. I did not remember that you were in Idaho specifically, because yes, we are neighbors. I also don't really know if you're a wine person, but but yeah, so we just like hadn't distributed it really in the state, and felt that we should change that. Because it's important to distribute in the state that you produce in. So that's what I'm doing. I'm over in southeast Idaho right now, but originally from the north. Yeah, so you would have been closer to like Washington wine country. Although southeast, I mean, southeast is still a ways, but that's probably closer to the Oregon side of things. Although it's still, you know, you're still going to be most of the state away, because I'm on the eastern side of Oregon, or on the western side of Oregon. But anyway, it's a pretty cool gig. It's, you know, it's slinging wine, which I'm somewhat, perhaps a summer road trip with some friends. Hell yeah, dude. Are there any good, well, so this is the other thing, because I've got the car that I'm trying to like do a bunch of driving in. Are there any good, roads out in Idaho? Probably. I don't think of Idaho as being very mountainous, but does Idaho have mountains? Because I bet. Oh yeah, north. Okay, cool. I'll have to look for some interesting hills out there. See if there's any like nationally known highways. Because I am trying to road trip that car, despite it being a pretty generally bad idea. Oh. Michael Jackson almost just did some wild shit. Michael? Wow, Michael. Uh-oh. That might just be in. That is just in. Way to go, Michael. We also have the highest sand dune in North America. I did not know that about Idaho. I did not know that. That is interesting. Highest as in like highest total feet up in terms of altitude from sea level, or highest as in like from base to tip? I suppose I'm curious either way, but... not great. Scenic State Park with North America's tallest Bruno Dune State Park in Idaho features the tallest single structured freestanding sand dune in North America, rising approximately 470 feet above the desert floor. 470 feet is not small. That is not small. To give you some comparison, then the vineyard has about 510 planted vertical feet from the base of our hill to the top of the hill. And that's planted. The property goes from like 300, 400 to 1100, I think. But in terms of fields, that's kind of a different thing, you know? Pretty much just a lot of sand and only sand. I mean, that is pretty much what a dune is. Yep, you nailed it. That's, yep, sounds pretty duney. I'd say you're right, you know? If I were to guess. That was good for us. Well, and partly I was asking too, Feasible, because I've been to the sand dunes in Colorado, which I think are pretty high altitude, but they're not necessarily super tall, like on their own. Oof. If you want a really nice scenic route, I would go through Washington to North Idaho to Montana. Interesting. I suppose what I'm really looking for, and this is like very selfish of me, what I'm really looking for are crazy roads. So on the one hand, like scenic, sure, fine. But what I actually want is like switchbacks, 50 plus turns in like the span of 2.5 miles. Like I want some like really swoopy canyon roads. I'll definitely look along that route because there's bound to be some if it's through the mountains. But that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like really fun swoopy roads, that I'm taking anywhere from like 35 miles an hour to like 80 miles an hour. I don't want like open highway in the American West. I want like tight technical hill climbs. And I'm being super selfish by asking you all this, but just to give you a sense, I have it's an old Canyon Carver car that I put a bunch of extra power into. So that's kind of where I'm focused, is canyon carving, because the weight actually came out better than the original car, despite having 3 times the power. So it like shreds something fierce, It'll eat up a corner. It'll have a lot of good things to say about it at the end, Wow, it's a great pass. Apparently Old Spiral Highway is Idaho's windiest road. Oh, I'm going to need some screenshots of that there, buddy. Show me the map. With over 60 curves and a steadily steep elevation grade, this road is for drivers who are up for a bit of a challenge. It's best attempted by those who don't get dizzy very easily. Nope. Not me. I have had a couple of moments of car sickness in my life, but typically it's because I'm like reading while someone else drives. And that's kind of like the perfect storm for car sickness. And even then, it's not... I don't think I've been sick from it, maybe since I was like 9 or 10. And if I'm driving, don't matter. Don't matter at all. Oh. Demo was fair, but mean. Also, Idaho is the most inland port. Okay. Weird flex, but all right. You'd think you'd build it, you know, outland more, right? Like, wouldn't that be the right... wouldn't that be the right thing to do? Well, West Coast seaport, I should say. Okay, okay. Giving you random Idaho lore. I mean, that is what I'm asking for, though, because a lot of the really good highways tend to be older highways because they had to build more passively and like follow the kind of natural ridge lines and stuff, and so like you get a lot more like swoopy doops than you would otherwise on some of the newer infrastructure that like blasts right through the fucking hill. Oh, that was a good pass. Nah, boat better than trucks, cheaper. No, yeah, I get that, but like, you know what I mean? Like, the flex that the port is so far inland is kind of like, yeah, but the whole point of a port is to be on a bunch of water, you know? Oh. Wow. Brutal. Brutal noodle. I bet I'm going to down rank to Diamond 2. Diamond 2. No. I'm still Diamond 3. That's... Nah, Evergreen V2. Evergreen V2? What? Tell me more. The other thing, the 60 curves is pretty good, dude. I'm gonna have to look that road up. Oh. That's the boat that got stuck in the Suez Canal. I actually didn't realize that that was the name of it, which is like way funnier. It's evergreen. We could just leave it here. Like forever. Oh, I'm the worst. Sure wish I'd hit the ball. What? Ever given, ever taken away. It's even more ironic. I'm saying, man. We're all trying so hard now because we said rookie mistake to each other so many times. Ooh, I almost snuck it right around him. But that was just bad. Was a good bump. Beartooth Highway, 65 to 68 miles. Go on. Trace a series of steep zigzags and switchbacks along the Montana-Wyoming border. Lead to the entrance of Yellowstone as well. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, but whoa. 11,000 feet in my car is going to be rough. Oh man, it does look so pretty though. Holy shit. And it, you know what the worst part is, dude? It looks the prettiest probably at the highest points. God, it's probably incredible. There's a section of switchbacks that look absolutely diabolical, dude. And then another section of switchbacks that also look absolutely diabolical. What was the other one? Old Spiral Highway? Yeah, okay, Old Spiral Highway looks pretty dope. It's very short though. Meow coming up on the season. You're right, dude. You're so right. Yeah, Old Spiral is like very, very short. I think. It looks very short. I'm not sure if it actually is. Where is it? It's in Lewiston, which is... That's right on the border, though, with Washington. That's probably like 3-4 hours to get to. Maybe. I'm gonna guess 4 hours to get to. It might be longer. It might be more like 5. Yeah, actually, it might be more like 6. Ugh. And then where is this other one? The other one, you said Montana, Wyoming. That is a ways, dude. I think. Yeah, that is a ways. I'm not opposed to it. I am not opposed to it. And it is coming up on the season. Like summer season, dude, is going to be so nice. I mean, it's going to get hot as balls, which I'm not excited about. But also, it's going to be prime driving weather. And I really want to... I need to get a working odometer on the car, because then I really want to put some miles on. Oh my god, there's so many more things to claim now. What? Meow, touch grass. Oh, there's so many rewards. Okay, my god. I've finally gone through and collected all my rewards. Limit testing your car alone in the mountains probably ain't the best though. Well, I mean, yeah. Like I got AAA, you know? That's so like what I don't necessarily really want to be doing is limit testing it. What I want to be doing is like there's a happy middle ground in that car where you can be having a whole lot of fun without pushing the limit all that much, like all that hard. The thing about the Beartooth Pass specifically is at that height the air gets thinner, and if the air gets thinner my car is not going to run as well. Like I'll lose a fair bit of horsepower. Yeah, call AAA at 11,000 feet. Yeah, I mean, although there's ski resorts up there, I have to imagine that they're pretty well versed in bailing people out. But it's literally the oxygen content in the air that's going to be the big issue for the car. Which is, you know, it's a little dicey. So I don't know about that. I could definitely do old Spiral Highway. It's a short run, doesn't seem to be super high altitude. But hang on, pretty sure Lewiston got a big old paper mill though. Not a great smell. Interesting. Okay, herd chef. I mean, I'll be honest, hey, Mako 88, thank you for the follow, my dude. My car doesn't smell all that good. I don't know, like, we had to cut out the catalytic converter. So actually, it depends on what you think smells good. It smells like gasoline, which, like, does actually smell kind of good. But it's not supposed to smell good. You know what I mean? Yikes. I swear I was already a follower. Well, now you're definitely a follower, Mako. Now you're for sure a follower. Just don't go around unfollowing me, and then you'll be a follower forever. Because I'm gonna keep this going forever if I have it my way. Never lucratively. I'm never gonna make good money on it, and I'm sure at some point I'll probably grow disillusioned with the process and get really salty about it and bitter. But until then, I'll be here. Oh, I'm disconnecting. That's not great. That's in. All right, gotta go back to schoolwork. Study well, my dude. Study well. Rookie mistake. I wasn't following you. Wookie mistake. My Wookie's not very strong. I haven't taken it since elementary school. It was a pretty clean squishy. Oh. Close. Maybe. There it is. Also, Mako, were you one of the ones saying rookie mistake? Because that was so fun, dude. If that was you, thank you. Oh wow, he really got through all three of us there. It was almost really bad. No. That was a good hit. Is that in? That's in. Sky hasn't been talking so much. Oh, there he comes. There he comes. Oh, bummer. Thought that was going to be a baller pass there. Close one. Close one, red team. I was King Marcus 64. I'd be on my friends list years ago. What? Really? Hell yeah, dude. It was so fun. Honestly, dude, rookie mistake. I as soon as you sent that message, you could feel the whole lobby lock in. The whole lobby was like, where it's on now. He called us fucking rookies. We can't abide. I don't even care. I don't even remember, honestly, if we won or lost. All I know is rookie mistake was devastating. Well, it's good to make your acquaintance again, Mako. Thank you for being such a chiller. This is gonna be my last game. I'm only gonna get in an hour and a half tonight because god damn it, I started too late. I can't run until midnight tonight. I need to slip. And I haven't eaten. I'm gonna reheat some. Well, I had some Taco Bell, but I'm gonna reheat some chili. Close. Uh-oh. Wow, good flick there. Oh. That was a great little shot there. He just barely managed to get around it. Going right? Wow. Bummer. I thought I could get there. There we go. That was a clean little swoopty-whoopty there. Oh, that was a boom. That was a boom. That was a great pass. That was that. It is 11 o'clock, my dudes. I need to call it. It's been an hour and a half. I'm sorry that it's been so short. Our time together will continue at some point. And I love you. And I say this out of love. Don't shit your pants. It's not worth the laundry. Okay? It's not worth the laundry. It's just not. It's not worth it. Okay? Don't do it.